No tea, no wine, no shade. It's my 2 cents. Now sit.
Welcome to an all new episode of My Two Cents in a Sip podcast. I am your host, YaVonda MsYaYa. And yes, guys, welcome to an all new episode 24, that is. Yes, guys, we are getting up there. And yes, I've been in these reality streets. And yes, I have something for you to sip on this episode. It's been a few months, so I'm going to give you a little bit about the Tyra Banks scandal with Netflix, a little bit of Cardi B, Are You Not Entertained, romance, summer fling, so much. And also the Porsha and Shamea scuffle of it all. Y'all stay tuned and sip on this. No tea, no wine, no shade. All right, guys, I hope you have poured your glasses, popped your corks, got your wine, and now it is time for us to get in those streets and those receipts. All right, guys, yes, I give it to you with no tea, no wine, no shade, just my 2 cents. I take my sip, and that's it, guys. Let's start with the Tyra Banks of it all. If you guys haven't seen or heard, Tyra Banks is suing Netflix and for a lot of money. Okay. So the documentary came out on Netflix about Tyra Banks and the America's Next Top Model. In that documentary, it came back out in February of 2026. They basically was saying how Tyra Banks was behind all of the negative stuff that went on with Top Model, all the scenes where sexual scenes or, because these were young girls. Everything bad that happened, people going against their religion for certain photos and poses, and people, moms being murdered, and they're using the moms being murdered as a photo for their competition. And then the girl getting sent home, stuff like that. Feeding them, not letting them get enough sleep, and then complaining about them being bloated during the pictures. Yes, I was there ever since the first episode of America's Next Top Model aired, and I even auditioned for America's Next Top Model the year that they were doing the short models, 5'7" and under. They did come out here to Virginia, and I did audition just to know that they was just playing. They really was not going to pick nobody 5'7" and under anyway, or the person they picked was 5'7". Okay, so I was a little bit upset about that. But now, fast forward to where we are now, Tyra Banks is suing Netflix, saying that they showed 16 minutes of her saying negative stuff or being the villain towards these issues that were going on. When she sat down with them, she did an interview for 3.5 hours. So she sat down for 3.5 hours and told the truth about what was going on. Yeah, they said they'll pay me more if I do this and if I get this person off, or I got to make sure these three people win. We got to change the winner this year because we already had a white person last year. We need to be a black person this year. We need a mixed person this year. We need a girl. All of that. She sat down and said all of that, and we only saw 16 minutes of, saying things like, you know, Shandy basically deserved that. Shandy was the girl that was basically um essayed on the show, but she was a grown woman. She asked for it, and when she went to Tyra about it, Tyra basically like played in her face and was like, you asked for it, you got it. Watch what you asked for. Stuff like that. Wasn't blatantly, allegedly. I have to say allegedly, but that's what was happening. You got to go watch the documentary yourself, guys. It's on Netflix, and now she is suing them. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but y'all sip on that and let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know if you are on Tyra's side or the Netflix side. Should they have shown more so we can get the truth about what really went down then? Or should Tyra just accept the fact that you'd had 20 years of that show, the longest show ever in history? You're a black woman, and it's over with now. You got yours, they got theirs. Yes, some of the girls are still really pissed off. They definitely did not have good careers afterwards, besides Eva and the little YaYa. But other than that, a lot of girls didn't have a big career. So I'm gonna take my sip, and y'all do what y'all gotta do with it. That's what I got about Tyra Banks. Y'all stay tuned. Next up, we're gonna get into Cardi B and the entertainment of it all. Her summer love fling, rendezvous, baby. Now got a new boo. We gotta get into it. Let's sip on that.
No tea, no wine, no shade. It's my 2 cents. Now sit.
Before we get into the Cardi B love life situation, I have a major style update. You guys always ask me on my videos on TikTok, where do I get my statement air glam jewelry? Well, I've officially fallen down that TikTok shop rabbit hole. Yes, y'all. I have a TikTok shop. It is the BFFS Tassel Yarn Ear Glam Shop on TikTok shop. If you're FYP, looks anything like mine. You've seen like the girls wear those tassel yarn earrings. They look like tassels, like if you were to graduate. They are luxury, guys. Boho chic, lightweight. Okay, they're very full, all different colors, multicolors, solid colors, spring colors, warm colors. I mean, they are the ultimate accessory to dress up any simple white tee. You can wear them on the beach. I mean, these are perfect. I call them air glam because they're very fashionable. Again, you can dress down. It's for any occasion. Do your wardrobe a favor, okay? Do your hairstyle a favor. And I mean, most of all, do your face a favor and make sure you get you some tassel yarn ear glam earrings. Click on that TikTok shop tab on your TikTok feed or go to the website, YaVonda.MsYaYa.com. Tassel yarn ear glam earrings, all right? Add them to your cart, favorite them, and get it when you can. All right, so let's get back into it. Let's get back into it with the Cardi B of it all, guys. So, Cardi B is not listening to you guys that are saying, girl, be single for a little while. Don't, keep being in a relationship. You got 3 kids, you know, now 4 kids. You have an ex husband with a lot of years, memories. Like, just stay single. Get to know yourself now that you're, about to be in your 30s, if you're not in the 30s already. No, she's not listening to y'all. Cardi B is first. Let's start with, I don't even know where we start with this. Okay. So around this time last year, Cardi B was with the football player Stefon Diggs. They were like a summer rendezvous last year. They were only together for a few months that we know of. Okay. They were only together for a few months. And then she ended up pregnant. During her whole pregnancy, they were together off and on, but it did come out that he also had another baby by 2 other women around that same time that Cardi was pregnant. I think the babies came before Cardi baby. But so they were like together and were trying to put on a good face, but Cardi tour started in February. By the time Cardi tour started after the Super Bowl in February, she was not with Stefon Diggs no more. Okay, the baby came in like December or November, I believe. The tour started in February, and Stefon Diggs and Cardi is a no more. So I'm gonna sip on that. The tour went wonderfully. I did not get to go, but I definitely seen a lot of clips on all the social medias. And Cardi did her big one. She also performed at other award ceremony shows afterwards. She did show off the baby a little bit, but yes, her and Stefon Diggs was over. He definitely was not linked to any one person at the Cardi. He was, you know, just being the father to all the kids that he supposedly has now. Next thing you know, Cardi is in Paris Fashion Week this summer. Okay. Now, again, this time last year, she was booed up, pregnant up in a relationship. This time this year, she is with this new guy that she met over in Fashion Week Paris. Okay. It's like they like Europe. He's black. He's black. He's a soccer player. His name is Maduka Okoye. He's Nigerian. So that's what he is. Nigerian black soccer star. Um, she is with now where she's been linked to. We've seen photos of her on TikTok and other social medias where they're out to dinner. They back at some house or somebody house out on the balcony talking. Um, and it says that they went on like a nice dinner date, but it didn't look like it was just them two. It looked like it was a bunch of friends, a bunch of people over there in Paris, and they got together for dinner. That's what they're trying to say. She got this new romance. She has not came out and said that she is dating him yet. But she is like, trying to stick with her music and stay in recording. She's gonna be sticking to a new album, um, new music coming out, and she just that's what she need to be focused on. Not no man, not no relationship. Focus on them kids and now her music. So she came out later, like recently, and said she needs to be entertained. I mean, what do we think? Yes, Cardi is a Libra like me. You do want that person, but you want that person that wants you the same way. When you don't have that person that wants you the same way or shows you the same type of love that you show them as a Libra, you're constantly looking for it, but you're not looking for it. You don't have to look hard if you are looking for it. So Cardi, if it happens, it will come to you, honey. You guys let me know in the comments, what do you think of this new Nigerian guy, because already somehow there's a video out there that the Nigerian guy got a baby mama that is talking about he done left her. I don't know what's going on. It's always something. You can't even have a relationship anymore. And if you do, please do not put it out publicly, because detectives will come out and the non-detectives will come out to find something for nothing. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about the new Cardi romance that's going to end this summer. Last summer, she was on the verge of a relationship. This summer, she is single with 4 kids and dating, supposedly. Y'all sip on that. I'm going to sip on this.
No tea, no wine, no shade. It's my 2 cents. Now sit.
And let's get into the next reality sense that I have to go ahead and share. All right, guys. If you haven't been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, make sure y'all sip into this. We got a lot to spill on this Porsha and Shamea best friend drama that I really hate, because I'm a BFF myself of so many years before high school, and Shamea and Porsha's been high school. So let's get into that next. Okay, stay tuned. No tea, no wine, no shade. All right. Mm. Guys, if you haven't been in tuned with the last and latest season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is season 17, I believe we're on. Shamea and Porsha, who last year had a struggle with Shamea being it being her first season on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shamea and Porsha struggled for them to both hold peaches and maintain the camera. Although for the past 10 years, Porsha and Shamea have been on the Housewives. Just Porsha was the peach holder. Shamea was the friend. Now that Shamea had the peach last year, season 16, they were kind of bumping heads. This is now season 17. And at the end of 16, they chose peace. When we started on season 17, we found out from Shamea that there was no peace. After the reunion last year, Porsha hit her up in a text message that allegedly claimed a lot of bad stuff. And Shamea did not even say it. She actually mimed it out, like putting up middle fingers, a mean face, like I beat you up, Porsha was just saying some stuff, probably talking about her husband too. Um, a lot of stuff in that text message. Again, Shamea did not read aloud what the text message says. She just, acted it out. They had an episode last week in Scotland where Shamea called out Porsha's mother, or Porsha, or the height of their breakup being because of their mothers. Porsha said, we already talked about that. Shamea said, why you keep bringing it up? Porsha said, it's everywhere. Everybody already know that the daycare center is the reason why our parents fell out. Shamea, like, no, the real reason. They don't know that the real reason is because your mother tried to sleep with my father. Not Miss Diane, allegedly. Not Miss Diane. So Porsha, like, she kind of went off. I don't really feel deep down inside that the Gemini Porsha is really upset that she said that, because right after she said that, Porsha said, that's not true. But you know what? I did take that situation back to my mother. And you know what my mother said? She said, no, yo, your mother slept with your father's brother. So which one is it, Porsha? Is she lying, saying that Miss Diane tried to sleep with her father? Or you heard that too, and you talked to your mother about that, and your mother told you Shamea mother tried to sleep with her own brother-in-law, and Shamea mother and father been together for almost 50 years. So that brother ain't mean nothing. I don't know if he was a friend of the family. I don't know. Maybe didn't nobody like that brother. Almost 50 years and you're still there. So that's not more believable than Porsha's single mom, Miss Diane. And she probably not single, but we never seen Miss Diane with a man. No tea, no wine, no shade. Now, Porsha's single mom trying to get with Shamea father is something different. Porsha done said the man didn't have no teeth, which I don't see no wrong with that. When they that older, huh? You know what I mean? It's something for the older adult, man with no teeth. I don't know, but I don't think their friendship will be the same after this. Me and my best friend have been best friends for over 30 years now, and Shamea and Porsha the same, almost close, if not maybe 10 plus years for them. But they still were together like high school to now in their mid 40s, and I believe Porsha is about a year or two older than Shamea. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this friendship. Can it come back? If Porsha don't take it that serious, then they can come back, because at the end of the day, like Porsha said, that's my mother. Why would I be embarrassed? That's my mother. And we're too old to be, oh, you said something about my mama. I'm not talking to you. Mama got to pass too. And by this age, we know mama got to pass by a certain age, okay? Now, when we're younger, we don't know mommy like that. She's just a good mama that been taking care of us. So don't say nothing about my mama. But when we get a certain age and we don't learn, mama got to pass, mama done did this, that, and the third, and mama just like, and you a little mama yourself. Where you think you get it from, type, Where you think you get it from? Come on. We cannot be going to our parents' battles for words that are said about our parents, okay? Words, okay? I mean, anybody can bring up words. You can say words about your parents, and you can say words about their parents. Don't nobody know if it's true or not but the parents. But to be fighting and ending friendships over, I get it. Don't talk about my mama. I won't talk about your mama. But both of y'all were talking about mama. So y'all did it. Y'all did it. It's out there. Anybody think about Miss Diane stuff and what she doing with it? And anybody think about poor Shamea father stuff and what he doing with it? Anybody think about Shamea mama? Okay, we want to see what y'all doing on the show as wives, and what for y'all daughters that y'all have now. What type of examples are y'all setting for them when they have a best friend? Okay, no tea, no wine, no shade, just my 2 cents. I'm gonna take my sip, and I'm just gonna say this: It's just TV. Shamea has been on the Real Housewives just as long as Porsha. We don't see that she's the friend. We see her there with Porsha. Whether she have a peach in that 2-second clip in the beginning we skip past that anyway. We look at the show. We don't care who had the peach in their hand in that picture. Maybe you guys do. Maybe it depends on the check. But I wouldn't have been no friend of no show not getting no check. So if that's the case, Shamea been a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta's brand. For her to for Porsha to feel like Shamea is going to take over or boot her out, being that she's there, they could have showed a total different story. They could have showed best friends coming together, being housewives, and what they do as best friends with their two babies and everything. Whether one just went through a divorce or not. Shamea set you up with Simon, she could set you up with another one. Okay? If you would have been a good friend, Porsha. But you got Sway now, and Porsha has her woman now. So maybe this could work out because there's no men involved. Not that they even shared men or fought over men. That's why it's just a tricky situation. And I don't think we should get too deep into these best friends, guys, because there's no good reason for y'all not to be friends unless y'all doing this for TV. I'm sorry. Talking about mothers is so played out. It's so overrated. Your mama got a pass too. My mama got a pass too. And what you think you doing, don't think your mama ain't already did twice. Boo. Y'all like that? Anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comments about Real Housewives. The season finale is coming out soon. And also the reunion. So make sure y'all catch both of those so we can see how this is going to end, guys, with Shamea and Porsha. No tea, no wine, and no shade. That is my 2 cents on this wow few months of reality that I have endured while I've been out in those streets. The next episode, I still got more for you guys, but stay tuned for episode 25 after this one. No tea, no wine, and no shade. That is my 2 cents. Make sure you guys follow me on my social media platforms. TikTok at YaVonda MsYaYa, Instagram Real MsYaYa Rich, Facebook, I am there, YouTube as well, guys. Make sure you subscribe.
No tea, no wine, no shade. It's my 2 cents. Now sit.